Hello, hello, greetings, greetings. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just decided I was going to come on and do a little cocktail hour, if you may. It is 7 p.m. Eastern. I want to welcome everyone. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am a why and soul purpose coach, consultant, and mentor. And I am coming on right now. I'm on StreamYard, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as TikTok. Hey, Faith, how are you, Queen? How are you? Welcome, welcome. I'm on YouTube as well, so I will not be able to communicate with you guys over there. I'm not able to respond to your comments over there. However, I'm just coming on to do a little cocktail broadcast. I am doing wonderful. I felt led to come on and to share my story of disobedience. Thank you, Queen, for the roses. So, let me start my introduction. I'm Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am your why and soul purpose coach and consultant. And here is what I do. I work with my clients to help them connect with their inner blueprint for success. And by so doing, they are able to live their lives with purpose and passion. So, the truth is, hey, Lady Gemini, welcome, welcome. The truth is, I can boldly now say and claim that I am a spiritual healer. And I know that someone will be able to relate with what I am about to say. The truth is, if you will allow me to be vulnerable to you, I was not always obedient. You hear me? I was not always obedient. It took me 62 years, 62, 62 years. It took me to honor my spiritual gifting and calling. My first experience with my intuitiveness and spiritual gifting was when I was 12 years old, a year and a half before I lost my mother. I lost my mother when I was 13 and a half years old. Those of you who will be hearing my story, you will probably notice part of your own story or your own life being carved out in my own. My first experience with intuitiveness and spirituality, I mentioned, was when I was 12 years old. I was at a meeting in Jamaica. They call it Pocomania meeting. Anyone from Jamaica will know what I'm talking about. It's when they go out in the country areas and they keep open air service, something like a revival service. And that was my first experience. That was my first experience when I was what religion called slayed in the spirit. I was standing next, enjoying the music and singing. And next thing I know, I woke up and I was laying on the ground, and all the elders were speaking in tongues and praying over me. And I am here to tell you, from that delicate age of 12, I know of my spiritual gifting. I ran from it. I hid from it. I kept it sheltered. I was embarrassed about it because I was so involved in the religious arena, and I was not bold enough to acknowledge the truth of whom I was called to be. So it took me many years to honor myself. I began working with Dr. Miles Monroe as my mentor and teacher. And I remember when I shared with him about the inner turmoil that I was experiencing every day. Faith, would you like to be a moderator? And I remember Dr. Miles telling me, you cannot keep running from Daphne. You cannot keep running. Thank you, Queen. You cannot keep running from who you're called to be. Thank you, Faith. You can't keep running from who you are called to be. And even then, when he explained to me that I need to honor who I'm called to be and what I am called to do, the truth is, I still hid it. A few selected people knew, and they would come to me and they would consult with me, and I would let them know the path to travel. However, I was not telling them where the truth and the revelation was coming from. And I hope that somebody is listening and hearing what I'm saying. Welcome, Queen. I hope somebody is listening to what I'm saying, because I'm feeling that your story is in mine. I feel that you're ashamed and you're dodging and hiding from the truth about who you are. Please, I encourage you, do not wait for 62 years. Do not wait to be hospitalized. Do not wait on the Spirit to lay you on your back in the hospital through severe illness for you to honor what you were called for. I'm telling you, that's my story. It took me being hospitalized with a small intestines obstruction. That's severe illness. Anybody who don't know what that is, You can research it and see the severity of that illness. That's the first time I was in the hospital when the Spirit woke me up and tell me, when you get out of here, you do 100% of what you are called to do. I came out the hospital, but I still had it hidden. I had it sheltered. Then again, October of 2019, again, bam, I'm in the hospital again. This time with a stroke. The neurologist examined me, and then tomorrow I will come back, he said. And the night, the Spirit visited me at about 2 a.m. When you get out of these walls, you honor whom you are called to be. People are waiting on you. People are waiting on you to be healed by you. People are waiting on you to speak into their lives. People are waiting on you to speak over their lives. People are waiting on you to dream, to birth their big dreams. People are waiting on you, and you are preventing their progress. So, when Dr. Habibi, the neurologist, came the following morning, and he greeted me, and he said, "Who is this?" Because when he greeted me, I was speaking like I'm speaking with you now, ladies and gentlemen. I was speaking without any signs of a stroke. He quickly flipped my chart. He looked at my name. He said, "Who is this? What's your name?" I said, "Daphne Clarke-Hudson." He said, "What happened?" He said, "You are not the person I left here last night. What happened?" I said, "What do you mean, Dr. Habibi?" He said, "You are talking. There's no sign of the stroke. What happened?" He said something to the medical students because the hospital I was in was a teaching hospital for medical students. He said something to the students, and then he turned to me and he said, "What work you told me yesterday that you did?" And I told him. He said, "I cannot believe this, that as your neurologist, I am going to say what I'm saying now. But you are a true miracle." He said, "When you get out of this hospital wall, I need you to do more of what you are doing. You are a true miracle." And as I raise my hands to you right now, I am telling you, I walked out of that hospital. They sent me to the outpatient's speech therapist, and she told me that I would have to come for 90 days, 3 times a week. And on the third appointment, they discharged me and told me I do not have to come back for speech therapy, because if she had met me on the street, she would not know that I had a stroke. And ladies and gentlemen, Brothers and sisters, kings and queens, as I relate my story to you, that was when I walked through the gate of disobedience. That was the time when I swung the door open. I came out of the closet of religion and I began to honor my intuitiveness and my spirituality. That was when I decided to unapologetically honor whom I am called to be. And I will stand on the top of the Eiffel Tower and I will speak loudly and boldly and unapologetically that I am a spiritual healer. That's what I'm called to be. That's who I'm called to be. I'm not here to compare with anybody else. I'm not here to watch or to compete with anybody. I'm just here to honor whom I am called to be. And I'm telling you, that might be your story. You might be hiding and running and dodging from who you're called to be, but let me tell you something. I don't matter what you are going through. It doesn't matter where you have been. Your story is what is going to make room for you. Your story, your journey will elevate you into places that you never dream about going. Honor your uniqueness. Honor your authenticity. Your authenticity is your master key. I'm saying your authenticity is your master key. You don't have to go around second guess yourself that, oh, I wasn't trained for this. I didn't go to school for this. Yes, you have gone to universal school because guess what? The day you were born into this life, you were handed that master blueprint, the master blueprint that you need to use to honor your calling and purpose. So whatever it is that you have been pushing under the carpet, those dreams that you have pushed way in the back of those closets, I'm here on this broadcast to encourage you to take them out one by one. Take them out and dust them off. Take them on and dust them off. Do not leave them for 62 years like I did. Take them out and brush them off. Begin to show gratitude for all of the accomplishments that you have thus far. Because you know what? You are just scratching the surface. You are just scratching the surface. You are different for a reason. You are different for a reason. Take inventory of all your skills. Take inventory of all of the ways that you are different. Take inventory of all the things that makes you so special. What makes you stand out? You're like a red dot on a white sheet. What makes you stand out? That's who you're called to be. You're brilliant. You're brilliant. You're brilliant. You're not called to fit in. You're not called to be fit in. And although this road is sometimes lonely and even scary, I'm encouraging you, please do not wait around for 62 years. Do not wait around for 62 years to honor what you're supposed to be doing. Please invest in journals. Just like I go to store to look for sales, and I'm looking, what journals I can have. Because what? For every book I have written, some chapter or some content of that book came out of my journal. So if you're not into the habit of journaling, I'm encouraging you to start right now. The more you write, the more creative you're going to be. All of those insights and ideas that you are getting in your dreams, you need to put them in your book, in your journal. Don't question about what they are for. Just document them, and the Spirit is going to lead you back what to do with them. Whether you're supposed to do a song, a poetry, a piece of artwork, design a garment, because some of you are called to be designers. Just write them down. Write them down and keep listening to your intuition. It's going to guide you back to what you're supposed to be doing. Honoring your calling, living your spiritual life, it doesn't mean you cannot collaborate with others. However, don't for one moment think about changing who you are, or diluting or erasing who you're called to be because you don't look or sound like somebody else. Remember, you are called to stand out. You're called to be bold. You're not called to settle for mediocrity. That's not what you're called for. That is not what you are called for. Listen, honor your calling. Listen to your sense of discernment. Follow the guidance of your intuition. Your life is not your own when you say yes to be a light worker. When you say yes to make a difference in the life of others, your life is not your own. Your life is not your own. The people whom you are called to make a difference in their lives, they will seek you out. They will find you. Now I'm honoring my true calling and purpose. Although I've been a coach for 30 plus years, now that I'm honoring my calling and purpose, I find myself serving people in Germany, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, Trinidad, all over the globe. People who are supposed to be led by you will find you. You don't have to worry about who they are and where they are. The universe will guide them to you. The universe will guide them to you. I am here to tell you, please, don't you ever think it is too late. It is never too late to embrace and honor your calling and your purpose. There are some of you who are afraid. Do not be afraid. Because what? You're not alone. Know that you're standing on the shoulders of your forefathers and your ancestors. You're not alone. You're not alone. All you need to do is to say yes. Say yes. And know that this journey is like a puzzle. Piece by piece by piece. As each piece is revealed to you, each piece is revealed to you. You put it in place. You wait for the next piece. You fit it in. Before you know it, the entire puzzle will be completed. And as the puzzle is completed, you're finding yourself in different regions, different countries, different languages. You find people reaching out to want to collaborate with you. Because what happened? They were divinely assigned to be part of your work that you are doing. So just honor who you're called to be. Stop looking and paying attention to what others are doing. Do not pay attention to others. Pay attention to your calling. Pay attention to your intuitiveness. Pay attention to your sense of discernment. Pay attention to your purpose and calling. If you are not sure about what that is, you're welcome to consult with me. You can click on my link tree, reach out to me, and we can have the conversation. This is what I do. I walk people through honoring their calling and their purpose. It is my intention that every time I pick a microphone up or I click the start button, it is my intention that I can always guide somebody closer to what they were called for. It is always my intention to lead someone by the hand and to help them to gain their footing, to gain their independence, and to honor what they are called for. Each and every one of us are special. Stop putting your dreams and your purpose on hold because you're looking to clone and copy what somebody else is doing. You have that blueprint inside of you. You have that blueprint inside of you. Begin to honor it. Begin to honor that. You have held yourself back long enough. And you might be saying, but Dr. Daphne, you waited 62 years. Yes, I did that And now I'm sharing it with you so that you don't have to do that. I have done that, and I'm here vulnerable enough sharing it with you so you do not have to hold yourself up that long. Wake up. Begin to smell your roses. Wake up. Understand that there are people who are waiting on you. You are the midwife for their dreams. There are many people who are in labor for a long time, and they are waiting on you to help them to deliver. Yes, they are. Stand on your footing. Look in the mirror and tell the person looking back at you, I am ready. I am ready. And nothing will stop me. And let me tell you one thing to remember. Once you say yes, the haters, the discouragers will be rising up to tell you why you can't do it. Don't you listen to them. Don't you listen. You got to listen to your heart. Not even your head, your heart, because your head is going to be playing games with you. Just go for it. Go for it. Today is the only day that you have. There are no yesterdays and there are no tomorrows. Today is the only day we have. And once we begin to honor that and live our lives one day at a time and be in gratitude, we will not have any regrets. We'll not have any regrets. I hope that this story will trigger something in you, whether you're hearing the replay or you're here live on Facebook, YouTube, or TikTok, wherever it is that you are hearing this broadcast. I hope that it triggers something in you and trigger you enough that you will say, I am going to be all that I am called to be, come hell or high waters. I am ready. Whether I have the support of others or not, I am ready. Today is the only day that you have. Begin to live your life in the present. Give it all you have. Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. The only time we have right now is the present. I hope that you will take the time to identify what your calling and purpose is. I hope that you will begin to pay attention to your intuitive side. I hope you will start to tap into your sense of discernment. And instead of calling everybody up to tell them how you feel, jot it down in your journal and ask for guidance. What does this mean and what do I need to do with this? And begin to do the work. Begin to do the work. Stop living your life with excuses. Each and every one of us has obstacles. Yes, we do. But that does not give us the right to throw the towel in and to give up on what we were called for. We need to establish a sense of stick-to-itiveness. We need to flex our muscles. We need to build endurance. Again, it was my pleasure to share my story with you and to let you know it is never too late to live your spiritual dreams or vision or purpose. And yes, remember you're unique and you're authentic. Your authenticity is the master key to open that lock for you to begin to speak and honor your truth. Again, I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, and mentor. I hope that this broadcast has done something for you. And for those of you who comes to my morning broadcast, I will see you tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and share it with other members of your community so that they too will gain access to this information. I love you guys, and I look forward to seeing you again on the next broadcast. Bye, everybody.